What's up, guys? This is Ashraf Fawzy from Wahat International School. Today, let me talk about something really important in writing. All right, how to vary or how to use many different sentences in your writing and how to make your writing more attractive and engaging. All right, varying sentence structure. All right, so now you will definitely know why do we need to learn something like that. Adding variety to sentence structure. To make your writing more interesting, you should try to vary your sentence in terms of length and structure. You can make some of your sentence long and others short. Read the two paragraphs on the next page. Now, we have two paragraphs are written in two different ways. All right, this blue one and this black one. All right, read the paragraph below. Choose the paragraph that is more effective. In some other words, we say, engaging or attractive. I love living in the city. I have a wonderful view of the entire city. I have an apartment. I can see the Golden Gate Bridge. I can see many cargo ships pass under the bridge each day. I like the restaurants in San Francisco. I can find wonderful food from just about every country. I don't like the traffic in the city. As you see and notice, this is a sentence and that's another sentence. All right, to this. I have a wonderful view of the entire city. I have an apartment. I can see, I like, I have, I can find. So these are independent sentences. All of them are simple sentences. All right. They are not joined by any transition, any conjunction. They look like a kind of a robotic way of telling a story, or you'll find a little bit difference. I love living in the city of San Francisco. Here he mentioned the city. He didn't say only city. He said the city of San Francisco, and it's still it's simple sentence. I have a wonderful view of the entire city from my apartment window. Still simple sentence. In addition, that's the first transition. Now he wants to add something, but it's a skillful way to join and add more details and more information to the previous sentence. I can see the Golden Gate Bridge under which is called relative adverb. Many cargo ships pass each day. I also. The word also is used as a transition to add more details, like San Francisco, because it's the word which is used to show cause and effect. I can find wonderful restaurants with food from just about every country. However, the contrast transition, here he shows a contrast. However, I don't like the traffic in the city. As you see and notice, it's really important and it's clear that the second paragraph is more attractive and more catchy than the first one. Now it's time to study what are the types of sentences, or how the sentence structured. All right, how do you vary sentence structure? We have three basic and fundamental types of sentence or sentences. The first one is simple sentence. The second one is compound sentence. All right, so you will want to use a variety of sentence structures in your writing. There are three types of sentences we will study in the lesson. All right, as I told you. The first one, simple sentence. A simple sentence has one independent clause. Please stop here. Independent. What is independent sentence? Okay, let's go out from this topic and ask you, what does it mean by independent? When someone is described to live independently, all right, means the one who doesn't support, the one who doesn't need support, the one who can stand on his own, the one who can do all his affairs or all of his stuff alone without asking for help. The same thing happens here in grammar. All right, the simple that can stand on its own, it gives a full thought or complete idea. It's called So independent clause or independent sentence is the sentence that gives you a complete thought, a complete sense, and it doesn't need any help. It doesn't need any support to make sense. All right. One subject and a verb. For example, I live in San Francisco. When you ask yourself, I live in San Francisco, does it give a complete thought? Indeed, yes. All right. Did you understand anything? Of course, I did. I did understand. I live in San Francisco. The speaker says that he lives in San Francisco. I, the subject, live is the verb. All right. So that's a simple independent clause or independent sentence. All right. Let's go to the second type, compound. All right, compound sentence. A compound sentence contains two independent clauses that are joined together. Here, it's not only just one independent sentence, but there are two independent sentences. They are joined with something called coordinating conjunction. And now I tell you what the coordinating conjunctions are. For example, she walks in the city. That's a full thought. That's a complete idea. She walks in the city. I understand. All right. She lives in the suburbs. All right. That's the first sentence. It's independent, and the second one is another independent sentence. They are joined with a coordinating conjunction. All right. Now let's know what are the coordinating conjunction. All right. Here they are. That's the coordinating conjunctions. For and nor, but or yet and so. All right. We can say, or if you want to remember them, you can say fanboys. F for, a or a for and, n for nor, b for boy, you know, b or b for but, o for or, yeah or y for yet, and s for so. All right. So any two independent sentences that are joined by one of these coordinating conjunctions, the whole form, the whole sentence is called coordinating conjunction. I'm sorry, the whole form is called compound sentence. All right. So that's a note. It's a very important tip for punctuation. Do not use a comma every time you use the word and or but, nor for, so, yet. All right. Use a comma on, I'm sorry, when the coordinating conjunction joins two independent clauses. All right. Here is a sentence that doesn't have another or two complete independent sentences. The necklace was beautiful. This one is independent clause or independent sentence. All right. You agree with me? And but is a coordinating conjunction. But what about the word expensive? Expensive is just an adjective. It's not a whole sentence. So you don't have to use a comma here. But if we have two independent sentences joined by a coordinated conjunction forming a compound sentence, so you need to use a comma right before the coordinating conjunction. All right. The third type is complex sentences. All right. So a complex sentence contains at least one independent clause and one dependent clause. Sir, I don't understand. I understood the meaning of independent sentence, which doesn't need any help, which doesn't need any support. All right. It can stand on its own. That's clear. But what do you mean by dependent? Obviously, the opposite. The dependent clause or the dependent sentence, the sentence that needs help, the sentence that needs support. It can't stand on its own. It doesn't give a full thought. The opposite type, all right? So, for example, John cannot set up his typewriter, all right? So, ask yourself, did you understand anything? John cannot set up his typewriter. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, that John is not able to set up or install his typewriter. All right? Yeah, I understood it. Because the wall has no outlet. Because the wall has no outlet. So, what do you think of the second sentence, starting from because to the end of the sentence? Because the wall has no outlet? No, no, it doesn't make any sense. We need to read both of them together to make sense. But if I start or talk to someone saying, because the wall has no outlet, oh, I'm sorry, what did you say? There's something wrong. Yeah, I can't understand it. So that is the dependent clause or the dependent sentence. The part or the sentence that doesn't give a full meaning, a full thought. All right? So since you have one independent sentence and one dependent and another one which is independent, they form or they make a complex sentence. All right? By the way, they are not joined by coordinating conjunction. We use the coordinating conjunctions to make a compound sentence. But here, the conjunction is called subordinating conjunction. It's not coordinating. There are another group of conjunctions. All right? So let's have another example. All right, she will go to school in the city. Ask yourself, you understand anything? Indeed, yes, I did. She will go to school in the city. That's clear. So let's go to the second one. Until she finds a job. Can I start talking to someone or writing to someone starting with until she finds a job? No, I can't. No, it doesn't make any sense. But if you read both of them together, yeah, they make sense. She will go to the school in the city until she finds a job. All right? So they make a complex sentence. Now they make sense. Both together. All right? Until is a subordinating conjunction, and the whole second sentence is called dependent clause. All right? Finally, I hope you find it useful, and I highly recommend to you these types of sentences in your writing. I guarantee that you make your writing better and you will make it really attractive.